Africa's COVID-19 cases, it's good news, isn't it, have been dropping significantly on recent weeks. In fact, I take you back to Friday, where government confirmed the country has now exited the third coronavirus wave. It's the hard work of health professionals that continues to save lives during the pandemic. But the tireless efforts of volunteers simply cannot be ignored. The unsung heroes quietly helping to push back against COVID-19. eNCA's Mpho Lakaje caught up with just some of them.
Fully focused, well-equipped and thoroughly prepared. Magdalene Maseko is ticking a few boxes before starting another shift. Today, she and her colleagues are working at an old age home in the north of Johannesburg. They are here to ensure senior citizens are protected against the coronavirus.
It's like being a firefighter and then there's a disaster somewhere, going to help people there. It brings hope and relief.
Not only to residents of Johannesburg, Maseko and her team travel to different parts of the country, sanitizing places like schools, courtrooms and police stations. She's part of a volunteer organization comprising over 2,000 people. They are well trained and charge absolutely nothing to serve the nation.
It must come out of you, inside your heart, with the love of it. Because if something you don't love or don't have passion of it, you won't do it 100%.
You've got lovely skin. Really nice.
Another person giving 100% selfless service to her community is Sujata Garage. She's a general practitioner in Lodium, Gauteng. During the week, she's in practice, and on the weekends, she joins volunteers at the Swartkops Raceway in Centurion. It's a drive-through vaccination site that's so far administered over 25,000 jabs. Garage and her colleagues here give their medical expertise without any compensation.
When you help someone, I think it brings you the best satisfaction. I don't think you can match it to anything else in life. I think that's the fulfilling part for me, and I think that's the spirit that this vaccination drive has brought for everybody that has participated in it.
This spirit of Ubuntu stretches to Crosby near the Joburg city centre. In the past year and a half, there's been massive demand for oxygen cylinders and concentrators across Gauteng. So let's say you get infected with COVID-19 and battle to breathe. You make a call to a humanitarian organization called Goze Azam Welfare Foundation. After a quick screening process over the phone, its volunteers deliver one of its state-of-the-art machines to your home. Once you've fully recovered, you return the equipment, it gets thoroughly sanitized and passed on to someone else in need. And guess what? You don't pay a cent for it.
We bought 2 machines in the beginning. We thought it will be enough. But as time goes past, the more people were getting sick, and then we see that this is very little. Then as the calls coming from the community, we serving the community, we buying more and more machines. So at the moment we have about 200 oxygen machines and 70 oxygen cylinders, which is now and then, even 2 o'clock in the night, if someone call us, our guys, our volunteers are there to serve them and help them.
The pandemic has brought a great deal of suffering to people around the world. But in some ways, it has brought out the best in humanity. With public donations and a bit of help from sponsors, the spirit of selflessness continues to flourish. Mpho Lakaje, Johannesburg.